Get out of the way, Ramsey. He's not going to want to see you first thing. Rory, are you ready to make your debut as a crystalless kitty? Oh, there you are. Come on out. Come on out. See what's happening. We just got back from the vet. Rory had a checkup, and I am pleased to announce he has no more crystals. So hopefully that was the last vet visit for a while. I'm sure he wishes that just as much as I do, because it's been a pain trucking him there every couple of weeks. And Rory, we'll just keep doing what we're doing, eh? Yeah, you're happy now. I think your brother's happy too, even though you guys don't always get along. Alright, well, this makes me feel kind of sad. I came in here this evening to get some wood, and I have been playing Jenga kind of with this wood, trying not to disturb the very top of the pile where the squirrel nest was. But it must have came tumbling down today, because there's a bunch of wood down here, and one of the nests, there were actually two, is laying there, and one looks to be down there. So I hope Mr. Squirrel is okay. I know, I'm ridiculous, but it's February. I just feel bad for the poor bugger. Not a bad day, just above freezing, 1 degree. 18 in here. I've got the diesel heater running right now. And not crazy sunny, but I've got little solar coming in. My batteries are sitting pretty. You know, it's actually kind of funny, like, it's the end of February right now, and normally this is the worst time of year for my batteries, but lately at night they've been around 12.5, 12.6, which is decent for this time of year. Anyway, a little bit of sun today, definitely more sun in the forecast for tomorrow, so I'm really hoping that my extending cables to go to the portable solar panel come today, so I can stretch them across the roof, hook it up, and get a little more juice to put back into that power station, just so I don't have to solely rely on the generator for the recharge. Update on the door. Still a pain to close from the inside. I did stick some duct tape here just because this piece is kind of bowing out a bit. Everything's slipping, and it had to do with that bottom piece of wood. Just it rotted off, and now everything's slipping. So you can see where I had this painted, this piece is slipping down. So I think in the spring, maybe on a nicer day, I'm going to remove that completely and either rebuild it or replace it. Not sure yet, but I can't really do that now. It's still too chilly. And trust me, I thought about just replacing this door with that one also, but this door is skinnier. I know it doesn't look like it is, but it is. Trust me, I measured. That would have been a real easy thing to do, because this door just doesn't get used, right? But anyway, it is what it is. Whew, we have got a nice day. Sunshine. I got the screen door open here because I had a fire going, and now it's just way too warm in here. Ramsey's laying here half sunning himself. Rory's out there on the catio. So since the portable solar extension cables arrived yesterday, I'm hoping to stretch these across the roof, have them come down into the fridge vent that's in under there. I hope that we can make something happen here for hooking up the portable solar to the power station. We've got 10 or 11 feet of cable here, 10 or so feet of cable here that plugs right into the power station. So at least 20 feet of cable to stretch. So yeah, as you can see, the overhang casts a shadow to here. It would be nice if I could have the whole panel, you know, down here to get full sun. It depends on how far those cables are going to stretch. So first things first, I'm going to try to stretch them across the roof. It's going to be hard because they're all coiled right now and they're not going to want to be straight, but see what we can make happen. And then I'm going to try to, hang the solar panel here vertically. It's going to be like 90 degrees, so it should get some good solar. Temporary setup. Yeah, temporary. I don't plan on leaving that portable solar panel hanging there forever. Just for now, just to get a little juice back into the power station so that I'm not having to run the generator quite as much. Hello, Mr. Squirrel. I'm glad to see that even though your home fell off the top of the woodpile, you're still, you know, making yourself at home in the woodshed. That's cool. Thank you for not, you know, going inside of my camper and destroying it. I appreciate it. Although I would like to have a little talk with you about the holes you've been chewing in the tent shed, because I did notice those. You might think I didn't, but I did. He's totally gonna make a run for it. No? Can you be tamed? Are you going to jump at my face? You're a sketchy little bugger. So yeah, I think I updated you already, but Mr. Squirrel's nest fell off the top of the pile and is now there. And I'm not sure, I haven't touched it. Maybe he's still using it there. I don't know. But I have noticed, I'm scared he's going to pop up at me. He's just behind the woodpile. But he has chewed some little holes in different places. It's really hard to see because right there, you might be able to see that. But anyway, he's been kind of chewing or scratching at the tent shed and getting some small little holes in different places. This is where his nest was leaning against, as you can see, but yeah, he's got some holes in some different places, which I'm not a fan of. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what'd we come in here for? Portable solar panel. There you are. These things are pretty stiff, so sometimes it's hard to get them to be flat. But first thing I want to do, of course, is plug it in with the extension cables I just got in the mail. Make sure that everything's working. It would be very tragic to get this all set up and, you know, have it not work. Right? Yeah. We've got the cable hooked into the power station. Now, I've just got to hook these up here. See that? We got 139 watts coming in just from sitting there flimsily. I didn't even really set it up. So that's a good sign. We know everything's working, and now we can try to stretch those cables across the roof, bring them down through, and get this all set up. I got these bungee cords, 2 of them at the dollar store the other day. I'm going to try to rig something up with these. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what I can come up with.
Don't yell at me, I still don't have a new ladder. I know, I'm getting one.
Looks ridiculous, I know, but it just might work. At that angle, the way it's set up, pretty much 90 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and plug these cables back into the power station again, see what kind of wattage we're getting, because the sun is laying directly on them right now. For some reason on camera they look like they're not straight across, but they pretty much are. Sorry about the glare, but this is what we're getting. 153 watts. The panels are pretty much 90 degrees, directly in the sun. So provided the cables stretch across the roof and come into this thing here, we should be in business. Yeah. Man, all this trouble and I still don't know if it's gonna work. Yeah, there's a lot going on up there. I've got a rope tied to the cables and the other end of the rope is on a spool and I chucked it across the roof and it's up there. So I brought the awning puller. I'm gonna reach up and grab that and hopefully get those cables from way over there to way over here. And we're at the fridge vent right here. Okay, it's working. Whoops, kind of. It's a really tight squeeze here. If only you could see what I'm... Oh yeah, it's... Wow, we've got a tangle. Can't seem to get this up over that board. So that's fun. This is the little... I'm squeezed in this little... I don't even know if you can see. It hurts to breathe, yeah. It's a good thing I'm not big-chested. Well, it's over the board, but I've got a rat's nest, and I knew that would happen because I should have stretched the cords out before trying to do this because they just want to naturally curl up. And now I've got a big ball of a mess that I can't really get at. I think it's knotted up somewhere, so I can't stretch the cords any further. Yeah, I might have to try this from a different approach. Just a wee bit dirty under there. Yeah. Okay, so now we take this cable and we go inside and we see if it will reach the other cables. Of course, the only problem being we've got a fridge in the way, but I'm gonna see if I can't grab them from up here in this corner. Let me just move some of this stuff. If I can grab them from this corner somewhere, I think I'm Gucci. But I see them. I see them both, so that's a good sign. I just need to try and reach that now. Uh-oh. Got it, I got it. Oh, that one doesn't want to reach very far. Okay, we're plugged in. Amazing. Amazing. I gotta shimmy it this way. So, now we gotta get through. Alright, we got our connections all hooked up. Just gonna run it down here, put it through the same opening that the fridge cord is going through. There it is, just gotta plug it into the power station. We'll see what we're getting for solar. Okay, we did it. It wasn't easy, but it's done. So now we have two different ways of recharging the power station, aka keeping the fridge rolling. We've got the solar coming in right now, 153 watts. On a day like this, that's excellent because, you know, running this fridge, right now I'm just charging my cell phone, so it's 3 watts, but running the fridge, it's usually between, I'd say 70 and 85 watts running. The compressor's off right now, so when it kicks on, you'll obviously see this go up. But as long as the sun is sitting where it's sitting, it says that we've got 35 minutes till full recharge, so that's good. This will definitely help. Now I won't have to run the generator quite as much. Not that I was running it a lot before, but when that battery got to 0%, I mean, obviously it would take like an hour to recharge by generator. But now we have other options, so we won't have to run the Jenny as much. I know it looks interesting, but sometimes you gotta work with what you got. And right now, I mean, it's working, isn't it? Doesn't really matter what it looks like, it's doing the job. Temporary setup. Don't come at me in the comments. It's temporary. Maybe for a couple of months. Honestly, that is the best angle for solar though right now. We got kind of a low sun, right? It's winter, so 90-degree angle. Dang, 11-degree day. Yeah, it's a nice one. Got my panels hanging here. Obviously I'll tie down these bottom corners here too, just for the windy days, because yeah, we get windy days every so often here, but it's also pretty protected from the trees, so it doesn't get too crazy in here. Anyway, I might just remove that little panel because it's not charging anything at the moment, and I don't think that little corner matters too much, does it? Let me know. But I'm still getting 150 some odd watts coming in. 220 watt panel. Let me know if that little corner makes a difference. Added some more bungee cords just to straighten it up a little on this side and help with the wind situation. See? Oh, sorry about that glare. It's a bugger, I know. We're getting 100 watts of solar coming in, and right now the fridge is running at 79 watts. So we're doing pretty good. So that is that. One other small project done, out of the way. Like I said, it's temporary. It's just going to help keep that power station recharged for now. So every night when I get off work, I'm not having to run the generator for an hour. I might still have to run it a little bit here and there, but this should definitely help. Sorry, my hat is filthy. I don't know. Mr. Squirrel must come out of there with cobwebs trailing behind him, because, wow, it's pretty dirty up in there. Also, too, somebody left a comment with a really good suggestion, actually. Since the old propane fridge has been unhooked, there is still DC connection wires back in there. So the person suggested maybe hooking up something like this, like what's in the bedroom. Right here, we've got the 12-volt like cigarette lighter plug. I could tie that into the DC cables that are back in there and recharge the power station that way with the 12-volt cigarette lighter. That way, on days like today where solar's doing okay, it just sort of ties everything together. You know, the power station can get recharged by the house batteries. Lots of different options. I'm just kind of figuring it all out since not having the propane fridge. Just trying to figure out the power situation, and I think I've got a pretty good hold on it now. So if I add that option, then I've got 3 different options. I've got solar, you know, dedicated solar just to the power station. I've got the generator to recharge it, and if I hook up a cigarette outlet to those existing DC cables that are in behind there, yeah, that's another way to recharge the power station as well. However, to be honest with you, I know not necessarily right now, but earlier, definitely, I would say I was probably getting more solar in on those panels than this one up here, you know, because it's at a 90-degree angle. Anyway, Ramsey and I just hopping back on here to close out this video. Another small project done. Thanks for tagging along for this one. It was pretty easy, actually, minus the cable issue up on the roof. With that being said, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao, darling! Ramsey, what do you think? Are you licking your lips for Mr. Squirrel that you see out there, or what? You only have like a couple of teeth. I don't think you could handle chomping into Mr. Squirrel. He'd probably do more damage to you, to be honest. Just saying. Rory, on the other hand, well, yeah. Mr. Squirrel, are you in here? I just made some barbecue steak. I thought that we could share if you're hungry.
Stupid human! I'm a squirrel, not a carnivore.
Alright, well, I guess he wasn't feeling it tonight. More for me. Sheesh, just thought I'd offer, but you know.